During the long months sowing the seeds into the fields around my land, I have been attacked many times. No monsters return to their masters. I don't know if the horsemen know what it is I'm planning, or even if they know I exist, but I am sure none of their raids have paid off for them. I am now using golems to help in the fields. My little helpers have limited uses. They also seem to ignore simple commands, but they are still useful. There is much more to do, and the season is drawing to a close. I must not waste too much time figuring out how the golem works. I have many fields to plant out. Now then, welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale. Welcome back, folks, welcome back. I'm running out of supplies, for one thing. I'm running out of things that I'm using for all the things that I'm using things for. I'm slowly but surely getting through all of my stocks and supplies of things that I want to get done. And I need to figure some things out that are going to work and work out that I can make some new stuff, right? I need to fill these fields pretty fast. At the moment, my agricraft crops or agricrops craft stuff is okay. The water needed filling up again. It's using a lot of water, this full greenhouse. But I am getting some results now, so I'm just grabbing a few bits and pieces to try and get some of the crops going that I want. Oh, I've already used up all of those. I think I needed pumpkin farm first, that's for sure. Pumpkin farm will be first on the list then, and I've used all the wheat up from in here as well. Okay, well, no problem. I'm doing something with golems today. Gonna have some golem farmers set up on my farms. I haven't really a lot more construction and building. I kind of burnt myself out on it last week when I did epic amounts of building and digging and shoveling and sorting stuff out. And today I want to try and make that a little bit easier. How many hay bales have I got there? I've got a few hay bales. Let's take all but one. And we've got one straw golem in there. Okay, well, I'll get some straw golems on the way. Let's get some straw golems in here. I don't want wood anymore. Let's have straw. Thank you. And fill it all up. And give me a load of straw golems. I have found that, look, all my aspects have been unlearnt. I don't know what I've done to unlearn all my aspects. But my Thaumonomicon, wherever I put that last. Where did I put that last? I put it in there last. There we go. My Thaumonomicon has me down with 0 aspects. And yeah, I've just got the primary aspects. Even though I've scanned tons of stuff. Scanned, tons of stuff. I somehow lost it all. And I don't exactly know how I lost it all. I just did. I just lost it all somehow. Hey, look at a little army of straw golems. Okay, and the other thing was to make some of the different gather and harvest animation cores. See, what's this one? This is gather, and this one is fill. Fill is not the one that I was looking for. I was looking for some gather and also some harvest. I've just put my book away as well, haven't I? Let me get this again. Right. So, golems. We're looking for basic golem core, gather. Yeah. We want harvest and guard. We also want... Well, we want harvest. Empty, use, sorting, decanting, alchemy, harvest. Harvest is Meto and Mesa. Meto and Mesa, which are these ones here. And again, it's telling me now that I don't know what these things are, which is awesome and groovy and things. See, that is, it doesn't know. It's unknown aspect. What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I've done to deserve this. Let's put that in there, cook that up, And Golem Bunny will soon sort all this out. And I can get, what, 3 gathers in here? Gather. Can I have a harvest? There's a fill. Empty. Harvest. There we go. Alright, so we'll get a couple of these done. We'll get a few bits and pieces sorted out so that we can have a few more golems doing some work for me. They're going to be busy. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's get at least one. Come on, bunny. Come on. I must have some more stuff around here somewhere. I've neglected filling all these up. And now I can't see any of the aspects either. It's crazy. I did all of that work, and now I've got kind of other problems. I think that might be it. I don't know. Maybe. I can't tell now, though. Dang it. I can't tell. I'm going to have to start doing some more scanning and stuff again, just to see what we're at. Alright, so I've redone all my scanning to get all the basic aspects. And while I was out here scanning this stuff, I noticed that this is perfect for all of the things that I need. Look down at the right hand side. Look at all of the different research points I've just been gathering just by scanning everything. Yeah, oat seeds in particular do all the things I needed to make the harvest animation core, which was quite useful indeed. So one of the things that I'm planning on doing here, I'll put that there and see what happens with this, right? And I will put him onto that chest, and then I'm going to give him the harvest animation core like that. Okay, and hopefully you will do the harvesting of these crops as well. Now, quickly, I heard him do stuff. Yeah, I heard him do stuff. He's doing stuff. That's good. And now, yeah, sleep quickly, sleep. Quickly sleep before it's time, before the mobs start coming and everything starts killing things. Yes, I need to work on defenses and stuff as well here. Right, so at the minute, I'm gathering up all the bits and pieces as he does the job for me, right? So he's just going to break the crops and that's it. So the second guy needs to be a replant. And I've forgotten how to do replanting. I think there was a particular type. It's a shame that they don't do gather and replant. I think there's an upgrade for them, maybe. Gather core. Yeah, 16 blocks. Golems fitted with this core will seek dropped items within 16 blocks, pick them up, and then place them inside the attached inventory. If they are not attached to an inventory, they will simply hold on to them. If you right-click a golem, you'll be able to specify items they should pick up. All others will be ignored. Okay, right-click, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's that one. That's the gather. So, technically, I don't want you there. So, I would need to pick you up properly, don't I? Where's my bell when I need my bell? There's my bell. Okay, I'm getting an inventory full of stuff. Actually, hang on. Let me just throw down some chests. Get rid of a few bits that I'm not actually going to be using right now for this part. Yeah, then I'll do. Okay. So, golem, come back to... No. Come back to me. Come back to me. Thank you. Alright, so, let's throw a golem onto there. Right? That golem is just going to be a gather. Ping. Just gather. Alright? So now, if something falls on the floor... Let me take my ring of magnetism off. If something falls on the floor, it will sort it out. But what I want it to collect is oats in particular. Alright? So I'm going to tell it oats. Just pick oats up. So if I break that, it's going to be a seed. That's no good. Let's get bone meal. And bum 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 bum. He's gonna pick up the he's gonna pick up that. Yeah, he's gonna pick it up and he's gonna store it away in there for me. Awesome job. Okay, that's the first stage. Now the next one, I believe it's an upgrade that I need to get for him. So that one guy that does the harvest should also do a replant. So I think it's like an intelligence or something upgrade. Faster, stronger, all fired up. Perceptive, organized, fuzzy, order. Specific golems may benefit this upgrade. Blah 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 blah. Check if additional pages are added to their Thormonomicon entry. Okay, so the harvest one. Have we got additional pages here? Yeah, here we go. So harvest golems fitted with this upgrade will now attempt to replant the crop they just harvested. This could fail if the plant failed to drop any proper seed or seedling. So that's an order upgrade. So I need to make myself some order upgrades next, which are order shards with some gold around. So easy enough. So we'll set that up as well. And then we'll have some guys who are replanting the fields and some guys who are harvesting the fields. Okay, so the harvest one, this harvest one, is a small radius around them. So I'm not really too worried about gathering up tons. I don't want to farm the whole fields with the golem farmers, but I do want some help just sorting out a few basic bits and pieces. So we'll give him an order upgrade and we'll give him a harvest upgrade. And there he goes. Alright, so he's going to harvest. Let's grow some crops. Go harvest some stuff. I don't know his range, but we'll be good with that. And he's now replanting as well. But the seeds that he gets, because this is decent crop, the seeds that he gets are just being left on the floor. And I could ask this guy here to also gather oat seeds for me. Just so that they're the oat field farmer. Because, well, this has got the right aspects for those things. And I've got a whole field still to plant of this stuff. I've got to do this quite a bit. Once I've filled a field and it's fully grown up and everything, then I can move the golems. The golems are just there just to get me started, to help me out. So I got a similar sort of thing over here, but I didn't really want this kind of crop all over the place. So I'm trying to change this around a little bit. The other things that I've been doing is just adding leaf blocks and adding some light sources, which mostly have been things like, yeah, a hidden pumpkin underneath there. So what I want to do down here is create a pumpkin field, I think. I want a pumpkin field, possibly with the sides being something else down the sides, but at least let's start with a pumpkin field. So there's a couple of things that I've been figuring out as we've been doing this so far. One of the things is I don't need to place water directly into the ground like that and then figure out covering it over, because you fall in. So instead of doing that and then putting lily pads on or something, I can use this mattock. So let's go here. What's a straight route? About there, and there's a straight route. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to come 4 this way. So yeah, we'll leave that bit like that. Okay. So where I want the water to go, I can place a double click with a mattock, and I make this sort of hollow here, and that's an agricraft water pad. And then I can use a bucket of water to put that in, but you can actually walk over it a lot simpler. You can, instead of falling in it and not being able to get out, I can just walk straight through it. So I do dip into it, but I don't stop. It doesn't stop me from moving, which is great, which is awesome. So now I can get this bit going here. I don't know if they will harvest pumpkin seeds in the same way. I needed to get some pumpkin seeds, actually. I've got some basic pumpkins, but I didn't have any actual pumpkin seeds. I need to figure out, see if I've got any, because I really need a lot of pumpkins, because I'm down to my last stack of jack-o'-lanterns, which is okay if I wasn't doing all of this lighting things up properly. There's seeds. Use the force. There we go. Potato seeds, carrot seeds, geisha seeds, gold seeds. No, I haven't had any pumpkin seeds yet. I've got some pumpkins though, so I can make some pumpkin seeds. So I'm literally down to my last few pumpkin seeds here, which is a bit of a pain. And I want to see if they will harvest the pumpkins, because I can also do agricraft crop pumpkins, and I don't know if that's going to work any better. But with this here, I should be able to now set these up so that all of the pumpkins go either side of the line. That should be good. And then from there, Let's see if I can set up a golem to do the harvesting of pumpkins. Wakey wakey. I think there was some bad guys just spawned around here. Yeah, they did. Okay, well, just managed to get to bed in time for these guys to spawn, but that's okay. We can take them out. Who are you? Skye boy. Hi, Skye boy. And whoever your friend was behind you also died. Never mind. That's your name. Also died. And what have you got so far? You've got a lot of oat seeds. Alright. So yeah, I've been doing that water trick here with the mattocks to fill things up and sort things out. Hey, we got somebody else coming to play. Get out of my garden. You've got seeds. Why have you got seeds? Who are you? And oh, false. Hi, false. Sorry, I've got to kill you, but stuff happens. Sorry, false. Right, so yeah, we've got to finish off some areas around here. Now, I've been working on these sort of things as well. Just putting a bit of carpet down here and there has added a little touch of detail to the place. A little bit of bone mealing, a little bit of carpeting, a little bit of this and a little bit of that has started bringing details into the place. It also helps hide the lanterns by putting some carpet over the top of them. So in some places, I think like round here, I couldn't really, yeah, I just picked up the pumpkin as well. I couldn't really hide a pumpkin like that, which to light this area around me, I couldn't really hide it. So I was thinking, how do I, well, I could probably just put some carpet on it. And I actually kind of like the effect of it as we're walking around. Having those little bits of carpet here and there actually add a little bit of feature. That's quite a nice little scenic country walk, isn't it? Which is quite cool. And I've also been around this side. Can I fly now? Around this side, just filling out the edges of the wall, just to give it a touch of detail here and there. There's still a few pumpkins that need to be hidden, but a little bit of sand here and there doesn't really make it look right. So every now and again, I'm going to have to hide some lantern actually underneath the different bushes. So I've made it look like the bushes are overflowing, growing over the top of the wall. And I'm kind of liking that. As for the coarse dirt, somebody mentioned coarse dirt is a Britannia thing. And unfortunately, it's not working for me because I haven't got a catalyst at the moment. But when I do, I'm sure we'll get that sorted. Come on, guys. Can I watering can it? Grow me some pumpkins. I want to grow some pumpkins. Grow me some pumpkins. I want to see if they harvest pumpkins. There we go. Right. Now, are you going to harvest the pumpkin? You can see the pumpkin. There's the pumpkin. Harvest the pumpkin. Harvest the pumpkin. Nope. They don't want to harvest the pumpkins. Okay. So in that case, they are no good to me over here. Thank you. You can come back to me now. They're no good to me over here. I'm going to have to manually set up the pumpkins and then manually harvest the pumpkins. It's just as simple as that. So let's try them out on the mana beans instead. But I will have a pumpkin farm running across here. I don't know whether to put little paths between the pumpkin patches or not, but we'll figure that out. I'll play around with it a bit more. There's still lots of growing room. But the only thing I had tons of seeds of were that. Some of the agricraft stuff that I was doing, the 10-10-10s, was to get a lot of stock. And I've basically put all that stock into my kitchen. So I'm not really getting a lot of stuff out of them nowadays. And this can go as well. We don't need this anymore. I'll keep the mana in there because I can always top up with it. But let's test out the golems on this here. So I don't know how far ranging these golems can actually be. So let's see about you going on there. Yep. And I give you the harvest. And you go and take it, but you do not replant. Okay. That's not so good then. So let's put this down on here and give you a replant. Right. And place the mana bean back there again. Can they actually replant? Is there going to be a problem with replanting? Is he going to suck at replanting? I've got mana beans there. He just sort of breaks them and then doesn't really know what to do with them. Yeah. So you're gonna smash any other ones? Yes, you are. Ah, and you replanted. Good. You replanted as well. Right. So they will replant. So that's good. But he takes a bit of time figuring out when they're ready, when they're ripe. He's taken a long time figuring out when they're ripe. And he definitely needs a buddy who will be placed on top of the chest there. Yes. And that buddy will be set to gather. And there you go. Right, now you gather anything that falls on the floor. So, buddy here, you really need to be thinking about where you are going. Hey, we got poison. Oh, two grow together. Water and order must have made poison. Interesting enough, I suppose. Let's give him some more locations and see if that works. Uh-huh. Well, it started working so far. Can I put it on there? Yes, I can. Okay. So, why is he stuck now? Give him all these locations down here. And he should start figuring out where to go, surely. Be intelligent. Be intelligent, little golem. I can't get past the mana thing there. Can I hit him? Move him. Move out of the way. Go on. Go. That's it. What? No, he just wants to walk straight back through that to get to there. He can't see that this is a problem. What if I take these out? Can he still plant? If he's down here, I can see what he's doing, but can he get to that and harvest it and replant it? If it's that case, then I can put them one higher up. That's not a problem, and this guy can still gather them from down below. You don't seem to be like you can do anything right now, kids. What is the problem? You don't have enough range, maybe? What's a range upgrade? I can't give him a range upgrade and an... Yeah, if I give him a range upgrade, then he's not... more perceptive, the water upgrade. If I give him more perception, then I can't make him replant as well, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, so they're not great at that either. Maybe if I had a larger range, maybe if some of these golems have a larger range. They have a durability thing there. Okay, an improvement over the straw golem. Clay golems, carry limit 8. Doesn't say anything about range, does it? I think the range was just a simple range. 16 blocks. Most golems can operate in a range of 16 blocks around their home location. Yeah, so he should be able to see this. He should be able to do something about it. He should be able to pick that right now. But he doesn't appear to be able to. So we put a block down or 2. Does he need 2 blocks of space to get up there and do things? Does he need to be able to climb up and get onto things to do it? Because I could move the whole farm around if he needs to do that. Well, yeah, that seemed to work. And the other one, he goes along and grabs that and takes it over there, yeah. Okay, so maybe that's a thing. Maybe I need to make these platforms a little different for them so that they can harvest things better. Let's see about doing that with this one here. It does kind of put my tactic off of putting the node right there, because that was kind of part of it. Let's see. So if we put this here, and we plant these out this way and this way, then the mana beans, let's get 3 of these mana beans and just plant them on the bottoms here. That should work. So now they can run along these sections to get to the different beans. Okay. Well, currently they're a fat load of good. Fat load of use they are too. Look at this. 3 mana beans. They're the first 3 mana beans that we got. These have regrown. They're still not taking those. I've got those 3 are nearly grown, and they're still not taking those. They kind of don't do what I was expecting them to do. So I'm going to have to change my setup around and mess around with it some more. But I've given them a bit of time just to see if it was just a case of sitting and waiting. and I've done some sitting and waiting, and I've been off and I've done some more farming, and we've set up some more stuff over here, and the fields are looking wonderful now. Look at them. You've got the pumpkin patch over there. You can see the nice row of orange. We've got potato farm. We've got a carrot farm fully planted as well. And there's also this oat field. Oats are planted out now, so I've moved those golems up onto this section over here, the barley field. And they're going to be doing the same thing over here for me. It does make it a lot simpler because I can walk away and let them carry on. See, I can take all of this stuff now, go and replant it over here, where I've set up the water supplies and stuff. Quickly do all this business. There we go. There we go. And they will just sort of do some work around here for me. Just helping me out a little bit, just keeping things flowing while I'm off doing other things. One thing I've noticed, though, when I was doing the carrots in particular, I planted all of the potatoes just the same. And they are 0 growth. They're not growing. So although I can place the agricraft seeds in the ground, I can't grow them, it seems. The only way I can grow them is with the sigil of growth. So I have to tap them like I'm doing some bone mealing. So the only way I'm going to make the fields seem real is by growing them up with bone meal. So I've done that with all of the carrot field here, and that looks pretty good overall. I'm quite pleased with the overall look of it. And I've started putting the pumpkins down along the pathways. If we have a look, you can see that the pathways are, well, apart from there for some reason. No, it's just caught up with me. It's just catching up. The pathways, if I light the pathways up properly, like this section, then when it comes to getting the farming fields tilled, then the tilled soil will stop mobs from spawning as well. So I've just got to worry about the pathways, and on the pathways I will just throw down a few little carpets and things like that. I got the same sort of problem over here with the pumpkins though. Pumpkin patch will have light sources placed around it somewhere as well, probably where the water sources are. I'll probably put a pumpkin that's a jack-o'-lantern. I can just put jack-o'-lanterns right on the surface for these, you see? So it makes it a lot simpler, because I've got, I think I've got a jack-o'-lantern around here somewhere. I can just place a jack-o'-lantern facing into the others, and it'll shed light to stop the spawning on the top, but it will not look out of place, which is cool. And I've got the same thing here with the pumpkin seeds in the agricraft crop sticks. They just don't seem to want to grow anymore. And I can't bone meal them with this because this doesn't technically work for it. Maybe bone meal will work. I managed to get the first few done. I had some 10-10-10 seeds that I got doing, and the first few were working fine. So they're doing okay, but they're no longer growing either. They're about 28% growth. So they're taking forever to grow. These are taking forever to grow. And I don't know why it's changed since the mod pack was first started and I first started doing things. It seems like I did a load when we first started, got a load of stock and sorted out, and now the rules have changed, the game has changed, the updates have changed what it can do. And yeah, now I've got to mess around with different things to try and get the final finished, polished product sorted out. It's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end, just for having views like this, just wandering around and having a view like this, coming up to places that I've built and things that I've done. Just being able to pop your head over a hedge and just see a large countryside of farms all around us. It's going to look epic. It's going to look grand. And I'm pleased with it, but I haven't got a lot of time to be doing all the farming. I need to get the farming done as fast as possible, off camera now, just because we want to move on with the storyline for A Druid's Tale. I've spent a long time sowing the seeds, and now I need to go and take on the boss. So I'll be back next episode, and hopefully we'll start doing some mistcraft to make a world that is going to be fitting for the boss, the apocalyptic boss of Famine, a bile demon. Yummy. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of A Druid's Tale. Thank you very much, and goodbye.